Good morning everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I'm Alex, that's Old Trafford, and I'm here again for another version of the Paper Talk. This time last week I was here telling you that Reguilón was hours away, everyone was dead excited for the start of the Premier League season. Reguilón now is a Tottenham player and now we're struggling to beat Luton tonight. But anyway, tonight we are playing Luton in the Carabao Cup away. Big game for Manchester United, as was talked about on the preview yesterday. United need a cup run. United need a cup, to be honest. So I don't think they're going to take this one too easy. I think expect a relatively strong team, but not overly excited about the game. But it's a game that Manchester United must win. Tonight we'll be in with our usual. We'll have the team news about an hour and a half before the game. We'll have the watch along as well as a review from after the game. Also, we'll have fan cam, so make sure you're tuning in for that. Make sure you're hitting like on this video, but also make sure you're subscribing to make sure you are here ready for the game this evening. So a bit more of an update from yesterday on Alex Telles. Fabrizio Romano has said Manchester United and Porto are in talks for the Alex Telles deal. Also his agents are involved. It's been said that Alex Telles wants to join Manchester United. He's happy with the terms. There was things banning around yesterday that we've been offering him $4 million a year. Really good money, and I think about 4 times, maybe even more that he's currently on at Porto. So it's looking likely that Alex Telles wants to join Manchester United, and the fee is in question around €20 million, which is less than we would have paid for Sergio Reguilón with no buyback clause. So also on Fabrizio Romano's podcast, the Here We Go podcast, he's also joined by Francesco Porzio, who works with Damasio, and he brought us the news that PSG have also entered the race to sign Alex Telles, which is obviously worrying because they've got loads of money and they're not scared to spend it. So this has kind of been our story all summer, where there's been other clubs jumping in. Obviously with the Reguilón deal, Tottenham willing to meet their demands a little bit more than what Manchester United were going to do. But PSG entering the race, it is a bit worrying in terms of the money. But all the reports are that Alex Telles wants to join Manchester United. He's happy with the contract. It's just about getting this deal done and over the line. And obviously from last weekend, I think this is one we really need to do. We really need more options, especially on that left-hand side at the back. I don't think anyone was overly impressed with Luke Shaw defensively and offering nothing really going forward this weekend. So Alex Telles would be a great option for Manchester United, offering us something a bit more, offering us another person on set piece as well. We've got Bruno Fernandes and he's improved that, but having a left footer who's a free kick specialist, another one very good with his penalties, be a definitely great option for Manchester United. The next bit of news we have here is about Ismaila Sarr from Watford, which is I think would be a fantastic sign for Manchester United. I know Jay's been very keen on this one coming in, and almost as a Sancho replacement. I'll get to that a little bit later, a little bit of an update on Jadon Sancho. But Ismaila Sarr from Watford, the Daily Express have been reporting today that Manchester United may have a free run at it now. There was links with him going to Liverpool, which after they've signed Diogo Jota from Wolves, is looking more and more likely that there'll be no one else in for Ismaila Sarr. And the Daily Express are reporting that Manchester United may be interested in getting him on a loan deal for a year, which would be strange for someone coming from a lower club to get loaned to Manchester United, especially when, and I say only, it would only cost around the fee of £40 million, which is not a lot in this transfer market. So I don't know whether a loan deal's the right thing for Ismaila Sarr, but it's looking like another option, and Manchester United are obviously exploring different options to Jadon Sancho, with it looking less and less likely. And now that Liverpool are out of the race, it looks like they've got their transfers that they wanted this summer. They've got them done a lot earlier than Manchester United, which is again worrying. But anyway, they've got their transfer stuff done. Manchester United look to have a free run at Ismaila Sarr from Watford, and I'd like that one to get done. Be great one, that. So a little update on the Jadon Sancho saga. It's definitely a saga by now, and it will be for not only this transfer window. It'll be the same in January if he doesn't get signed, and it'll be the same next summer if he doesn't get signed. The Jadon Sancho saga goes on. Sebastian Kell from Borussia Dortmund, he's the head of football there, has said to their local paper, I'm going to get this wrong, and let us know in the comments who's worse at pronouncing things. Is it me, Jay, Motti, Casey? Because I'm pretty bad. But Nachrichten, which is it's the Dortmund local paper. He's been speaking to them, and he said he, and Jadon Sancho, is our player, and he will stay. It was an important statement from the club because we have certain responsibility. Without Jadon Sancho, this team is weaker. And this is kind of going down the lines that, Borussia Dortmund want to compete this year. They saw Bayern Munich absolutely dominate the league last year. They saw them obviously go on and win the treble. And I think it's kind of irked them a bit, and that they've now decided, you know what, we're not going to sell all our best players now. We need to compete. We need to push on. And Jadon Sancho, like he said there, if he leaves, makes that team a lot weaker, which it definitely does. Jadon Sancho is one of their fantastic players. It was tough to watch this weekend as Jadon Sancho and Erling Haaland combined for an unbelievable breakaway goal for Borussia Dortmund in their first game of the season. Borussia Dortmund got a very strong team, and whether they can push Bayern Munich is yet to be seen. But I think without Jadon Sancho, I think that they're a lot weaker, and I don't think they can push Bayern Munich. And it's now getting to that sort of time where if United did push through the deal, would Borussia Dortmund have the time to go and get out a replacement, and would they be able to spend that 120 million euros or whatever the fee would be to go and get someone new for Borussia Dortmund? I'm not too sure now. So I think what they're saying is that they want to push on for things this year. They want to have a run at the league. They want to have a run at maybe in the Champions League, and they need players like Jadon Sancho to do that. So this one's looking less and less likely. I still think if Manchester United turned up with the fee, I think it would be too much for them to turn down. I don't think that any club in the world that, if they got offered 120 million euros for a player, would be able to turn that down, especially with the market after the coronavirus and all that kind of stuff. I think they'd have to take that deal. So I think it's the same as it was. For as much as Borussia Dortmund are coming out with these statements saying he will stay, I think that if we put the money out there, if we put the 120 million euros on the table, I think that Jadon Sancho will be a Manchester United player, but that is looking less and less likely to be happening. So we mentioned this on the preview yesterday, but it has been confirmed that Dean Henderson will be starting for Manchester United today to make his first appearance for the club, which is amazing. He's not an experienced player, but it seems that Dean Henderson's been about for so long, you'd think, he must have had an appearance for Manchester United here and there. But no, it will be his first appearance for Manchester United's first team. So Dean Henderson starting tonight in goal against Luton Town. And of course, that means that it is game day. Don't forget it is game day. So make sure you're tuning in tonight. We'll have a team news video just before that comes out. That'll be about an hour and a half before kickoff, bringing you what the starting lineup is. Make sure you'll be getting in your predictions and stuff like that for then. We'll then have the watch along as per usual. I'll be on there for the pre-game show. We'll have people like Adam McCullough, Joe Smith, Jay Mott, the usual crew. They'll be here for the watch along. We'll also be bringing you after the game a review, as well as our usual fan cams with Adam McCullough after the game. So make sure you are liking this video, make sure you're subscribing, and also, I'm going to do a bit of a plug now, make sure you're going over to #Paddock Matchday and getting in your home setups and all that kind of stuff, letting us know how you're watching the game tonight. Also, if you want to feature on the watch along, make sure you're using paddockmatchday@gmail.com. Send us in a short 60-second clip. Are you happy with the team? Are you happy with what's going on? Let us know what your predictions are for tonight's game. You can do that before every single game. That's paddockmatchday@gmail.com, and you will feature in the pre-game show for the watch along. So that's all from me. I've been Alex. This has been Old Trafford and the Paper Talk. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. I'll see you later on for the game. See you next time.